After months of agitation and protest by farmers against the centre's contentious farm laws, the Supreme Court finally intervened and put the laws on hold. The Supreme Court said that the steps taken by the centre have proven to be ineffective and said that the court does not want any injuries or blood on its hands. The Supreme Court also formed a 4-member committee to end the deadlock between the government and the protesting farmers. Now, this big development came a day after the Supreme Court pulled up the central government over the conflict with the protesting farmers, saying that it was extremely disappointed with the negotiation process. Now, before we dive into any details, let's go back in time a little. Farmers have been protesting for over 50 days now against the controversial farm laws. While the government claims that the laws were not hurriedly made and will boost the income of farmers, farmers believe that the laws are against them, they will slash their incomes and leave them at the mercy of big corporates. The government and the farmer unions have engaged in 8 rounds of talks so far, however, they have failed to find any solution. Their next meeting is scheduled on 15th of January. Now, during the protests, farmers, women and elderly braved water cannons, barricades, harsh winters in the national capital. Many even lost their lives during the agitation. On 11th of January, the Supreme Court had hinted at its intention of putting the implementation of farm laws on hold. A day later, the court suspended the implementation of the 3 farm laws until further notice. The SC also formed a committee to resolve the conflict between farmers and the centre, which came as a relief unless it was found that most of the members of the committee were those who had supported the farm laws in the past. The farmers' leaders rejected the committee formed by the Supreme Court, claiming that all of its members were pro-farm laws. The All India Kisan Sangharsh Coordination Committee has said that the members of the committee named by the Supreme Court are people who are known for their support to the 3 laws and have actively advocated for the same. 3 of the 4 members in the committee believe that the agitated farmers are misguided and that the farm laws will benefit the farmers. There is no voice in the panel that can actually address the concerns raised by the farmers. Now, who are the 4 members on the panel and what do they have to say about the contentious farm laws? Let's begin with Anil Ghanwat, a farmer union representative in the committee who is also the president of the Shetkar Sangathan founded by late Sharad Joshi. Now, Ghanwat had openly supported the government's farm laws. In December 2020, Shetkari Sangathan had warned that if the government withdraws the laws, no other political party will ever dare to bring reforms in the agricultural sector in the future. Next is Punjab-based farmer union leader Bhupinder Singh Mann, who is also the chairman of the All India Kisan Coordination Committee, which had submitted a memorandum to the government supporting the farm laws with some amendments. It had suggested that states where farmers are protesting should be kept out of the farm reforms ambit and the laws should be implemented in all the other states. The third member is an agricultural economist, Dr. Ashok Gulati, who is also the former chairman of the Commission for Agricultural Costs and Prices, which is the advisory body of the Centre on Food Supplies and Pricing Policies. Dr. Gulati is a strong supporter of farm reforms. In one of his articles, Dr. Gulati stated that the farm laws are a step in the right direction and argued that the reforms will help in improving price realization for the farmers. The last member is the South Asia Director of International Food Policy Research Institute, Dr. Pramod Kumar Joshi. Now, Dr. Joshi is also an agricultural scientist and a strong supporter of farm reforms. Dr. Joshi is a strong supporter of contract farming and has said that the farmers who are a part of the protests are a victim of misinformation. Thousands of farmers are protesting at Delhi borders since November last year, demanding a repeal of the 3 laws and a legal guarantee to the minimum support price system for their crops. The centre and the Supreme Court have failed to address the concerns of the farmers or give them any clarity. The crucial questions here are, is the stay on these farm laws the only positive aspect for farmers? Because neither did the Supreme Court make any comment on the challenge to the constitutional validity of the farm laws, nor did it comment on the manner in which the laws were passed. Another important question is, has the Supreme Court put the centre in an advantageous position against lakhs of protesting farmers by setting up a committee comprising only those experts who have been openly favouring the contentious farm laws? The members of the committee were chosen by the Supreme Court without any consultation with the farmers' unions. Instead, the 4 members of the Supreme Court's committee include pro-market agricultural economists who support private, corporate-led markets in the agricultural trade, which is exactly what the new farm laws seek to introduce. Then how will such a committee instill any confidence among the protesters? This only the Supreme Court will tell.